Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Longhorns will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Vanderbilt's offense will start this game off. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with two great plays.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. The Commodores send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Texas's offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Complete to the right. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. That's reeled in. It's Moore. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Got it behind the line. It's Wingo. Touchdown, Texas! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special team, everybody feeds off their great energy.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Finding themselves down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Using the quick game.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Got his man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Looking to throw. Bringing the heat. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this running thing doesn't seem to be working. It looks like they're going to have to throw it, but as we know, David, these windows down here, man, they are tight.
Super tight. I think you still got the QB that you can move. You can change the launch point, try to do something to get guys moving one way, take advantage going the other direction.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Nice move there. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Dropping back, it's Pavia. The short hands, it's Stowers. There he goes. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on first and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Spence. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down and deep. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabs it in the middle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Longhorns have it with a first and 10. Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete as he tried to nestle that ball in along the sideline. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So first down here as they go back to work. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go right back to the run. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. And the Longhorns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Longhorns! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American Fellas. Let's show you what's going down. North Texas has some work to do. There's no other way to put it. But the mantra of this program is hard hats, hard work. And if they can chip away here, they may be able to pull this out. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Navy.
Here's the pressure.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Finds his man. It's Newberry. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quick completion to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air. It's Manning. Snagged out of the air. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket. Threw it in there. Great job. Great catch.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Breaks into the open. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Wide receiver going in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Texas! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Pulls and fires complete. Hard running there. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Commodores have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking downfield, it's Pavia. Under fire. Got him downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They have just 3 measly points on the board, but trying to cobble a little something together here before halftime.
Yeah, make something happen. And listen, if I'm this defense, I want to keep them right where they're at. Done a great job all game keeping them in check. Don't let them get some cheap points going into the half, get momentum, and start feeling confident about themselves.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Fisher. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. And the Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Splits the uprights. Good.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Quickly to the tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Pressure coming. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. They get to him as he throws. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Rushes on him. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. The give on the inside. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going.
He's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? You can't wait to find out.
Touchdown, Longhorn! And the punishment has been extended. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Takes the handoff. It's Young. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught. It's Hoskins. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Pavia. Got a man, it's Young. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Rides the back on the option, the give. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Here comes the Texas offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position.
Turning it on! He's up to 51 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. And the Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Makes the grab. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. And the Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Manning. Wide open downfield. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up for the PAT. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Rides to back and leaves it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now,
he lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Commodores will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They go to the ground. Fights off a defender. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Kick is in the air. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Gives it on the option. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The give to the back. There he goes. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Dillon. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. The Commodores are moving quickly down the field. The give on the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. They'll go right back to him. He is going nowhere. stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Sends it back in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Bunch formation for these receivers. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
And the Commodores with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Commodores will send out the punt unit. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah,